All right, guys, we are back. Hello, hello, hello. So I saw some of you guys hanging out in the lounge. I saw some of you guys hanging out in the group networking. I saw you guys participating. I love to see it. Let's look at this leadership board. I'm trying to see what's going on with this leadership. Lashandra at 470 points. Raquel at 335 points. And Yesenia, I hope I said that correct. You're right there. I don't know how they determine who is second and third, but yeah, you third right at the same points, 335 points. Type in the chat. Let me know, guys, who you had a chance to connect with. Let me know who you had a chance to connect with. Yes, all of you ladies from Latanya. She says all of you ladies are awesome. Let's see. What else are you guys? Karen says, speak to us on that content thing. Yes, Jasmine. Dominate your niche. I love it. All right. Shepo says, it really had to be done, even if imperfect. Amen. Imperfect is better than not done. Period. Okay, period. All right. So looking forward to reading this amazing book. Appreciate all the nuggets and wisdom from Amy. All right, Amy. Yay. Angela says, just do it imperfectly. Love that. Yes. Amen. Monica's imperfectly leads to perfection. I love it. I love it. Okay. Lady Kiara says she connected with Karen Williams. Yay. Angela connected with Lady Karen. All right. You guys are not playing around here. I love it. I love it. I love it. We've got 30 seconds left, guys, and we're going to go ahead and get back started here. And I cannot wait for you guys to see our next panel. These panels have just been absolutely amazing. Absolutely incredible. All right. Let's get started soon.
All right, we are back. Welcome back to the Girl Boss Up and Lead Conference. Just a huge shout out to each and every one of you that is here inside of the conference, commenting in the chats, participating, everybody watching us across the social media waves. We want to say thank you for supporting us on today. So this next panel that you're going to hear from, these boss leaders have done some amazing work in each of their respective industries, and they're continuing to grow. Before I bring them on, I just want to read a little bit of my mantra because it ties back into these women. And when I tell you how each of our stories somehow, like that quote that they used to make back in the day when the grandmothers and the nanas used to get together, they would each bring the patchwork to the quilt. That is really what you're going to find in this book. Some of you are going to think these ladies must have talked and planned this out. That's absolutely not what happened. As a matter of fact, most of these women did not even know one another pre this project. But what we found is that each of us is interwoven through this common thread. So I'm going to read just a tad bit really quick of my mantra. It says, I've been able to turn challenges into leverage and obstacles into opportunities. And these next two women that are coming to the front of the stage are going to share with you exactly how they've been able to make those obstacles their opportunities and challenge their challenges. Let me not delay it any further. Please give a big, warm welcome. Throw it up in the chat. For my girl, Miss Raquel May David, and my girl, Miss Shantae. Welcome to the panel. Welcome to the front of the room. Looking beautiful like you always do. So we got to dive in because it's my understanding that the people, they ready to get to some networking, and we want to make sure that they're able to connect with each and every one of us. But I do want to first start by asking you some key questions because I know the background, but Shantae, you started your coaching program birthed from really some of your own experiences. So I want you to just share just really, really one quick sentence about what it is that you do.
Oh, you want me to be quick? Okay. So I help women take their life back unapologetically. That's it.
Help women take their life back unapologetically because sometimes we say, I'm sorry. Oh, did I do that? So the unapologetic part is what I really want to resonate with so many people. We don't have to apologize for being who it is we are. Shantae, um, let me just dive right in really quick because where did this idea for your business come from?
Girl, life.
Tell us about that. I mean, you don't have to get into a lot of details because, folks are going to read it inside of the book. But name two things, two maybe, challenges that you've had to overcome in your professional life to get you from where it was that you were to where you are now.
Well, I'm just gonna say, I started off with I have pageants for young girls. So I would speak life to the girls. I worked for the school district for years. So when I would walk through the schools, I would say, "Hey, beautiful," to the girls. And when I would say that, they would cower away. So I would look like, "What's this about?" I'm like, my mom always called us beautiful, so I didn't never think, anything else. So when I addressed the girls, I would do that. So as I worked at the schools, I'm learning, okay, they have parents where they didn't have that relationship where confidence was built into them. So now I'm working with the girls and I'm getting them together, but I'm like, wait a minute, their mothers need help, so they can raise beautiful looking, beautiful feeling, beautiful, confident girls. So that was one thing. And then also, as I looked growing up, I would see women who, amazing women who did for their families, who were wives, mothers, and different things. But in the end, they weren't as comfortable with themselves because everybody that they gave to was gone, so they didn't have their own identity. So with that, I started the Reclaim You University because I'm like, okay, we're giving everything to everybody else. We have to have something for ourselves. It's no longer, hey, Shantae, how are you doing? Oh, the husband is this, the kids are this. When they say, Shantae, how are you doing? I'm saying, I'm doing great. I need to work on some things, or I have a new project or something like that. I'm going to speak about myself because if I'm not okay, nobody else is going to be okay.
Speaking of the if I'm not okay, right? Because let's just be honest, most of the time as women, we are, the force. We are the strong ones. We are the ones that most people come to for the advice and lean on. Who and what is it that you do? Who do you lean on for advice? Who refills your well? How do you refill your cup?
Okay, well, first, I definitely give honor to God. But as far as the people walking on this earth, I have a supportive family, which a lot of people don't, but I have powerful women in my family. My sisters, my cousins, their bosses, my mom is an amazing woman. So when I amazing mother leader and taught me a lot of things that I use today. But I know it's like cliche, but that's who I keep around me. I can't keep nobody that's always doing bad around me because I don't even want to go there. And don't get me wrong, I know how it is to do bad, but that's not a place that I want to stay in at all.
And listen, the fact that we can decide where we want to play, that's a major key. That is a major key. So I know that, your entrepreneurship journey was birthed out of what you just shared, really encouraging young women, girls, really, and then their moms to also see themselves in a confident, more beautiful way so that their daughters saw themselves in a more confident, beautiful way. What are the habits that you would like to share that helps us to be more confident? So I can be honest, like in my early 20s, I was just where do I fit in? It wasn't that my mom didn't give us that torch to say, you are this or you are that. I just didn't find my space. So what are the habits that we need to formulate to continue to grow in our confidence?
I think when people ask that, people are looking like some rocket science answers, and it's like simple. But I think because we might feel like we can't get to that goal, it must be something very, very hard. But you can start off literally. If you got lipstick, you got notepads, write phrases about yourself, the affirmations. I'm sure people are familiar, but if you're not, it's I am. So it's I'm beautiful, I'm strong, I'm confident, I will get through this, I will overcome this. Different phrases like that is a simple way. A habit you want to, start and continue so you can break the bad part of it. So you want to write simple, I say like medium, and then like long-term goals. If you get your goal done for that day, you feel accomplished. Don't make a list of like 30 goals knowing you don't have the time to do that. So just make simple goals for yourself, speak life to yourself. Don't be around anybody that's not speaking life into you at this day and time. You can really get to know a person by 20 minutes, to be completely honest.
That's so true. A simple conversation, especially in today's world, people want to tell you um, almost everything about them. I think we have Raquel. I don't see her on my end. But Taria, you let me know if Raquel is there. I would love to bring her to the front because I know she has some things that she would like to share as well. I don't know if I lost. Okay, 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 good deal. All right. So until do we
Hey
have her
guys,
back?
hey.
I think we do. I think we do. All right.
She's here.
Okay,
Yay!
awesome.
Can you
So
guys hear me?
yes, we can hear you. I'm so glad that we were able to get connected back. So I want to dive right in because I know, it wasn't just a pairing up of, the women in the book and each one of you were going to be on a panel. I specifically picked each panel because I thought there was some balance there. So Raquel, I know what it is that you do. I know who it is that you serve, but I would love for you
Mhm.
to just share a little bit about who you are.
Hey guys, hey guys, hey. So my name is Raquel May David. I am a woman who actually help Black women secure good credit as well as build a profitable credit business. I coach, I mentor, I support, and I am now an author. So on top of my
Yes,
motherhood of being able to mother four amazing children and all of the additives that comes with them, because my house is the clubhouse, right? I'm also an amazing wife, so I definitely am so happy to be in this space and to be a part of this book to give, my journey to my level of success, right?
absolutely. Thank you so much. So I was talking a little bit to Shantae about where the idea for her business came from. How did it start? So
Hmm.
most of the time when we come into some of these businesses, it's birthed out of an area that we needed for ourselves. That wasn't the case for Shantae. Her mom and the folks around her really instilled that in her, but she saw that there was a need because of the space that she
Hmm.
was in. How did your
Hmm.
business come to life?
So my business was a complete happenstance, y'all. So I was 24. I was making really good money. I'm Jamaican by birth. I grew up in New York, and I worked two, three jobs. So a bad year for me was at 18 making like $50,000, right? So I made money, and I thought that meant I had good credit because no one told me that making money didn't matter if you were not building your credit, right? So I turned 24. I had my wonderful oldest son who's now 18. And when I had him, we were trying to secure a brand new car because previously I would buy cars from Buy Here Pay Here because that's what the group of individuals I hung out with what they were able to get. So I didn't know that I was able to go to a car dealership. I didn't know how to build my credit. And subsequently, when I went to go get apartments and get different things, I would have to put a large down payment or I would get denied. And I was like, but I make
Mhm.
money. Like,
Right.
I got cheddar. What's
Yeah, so
going on?
so talk about overcoming those obstacles and facing those challenges, because I know that
Oh my God.
oftentimes we unfortunately didn't get all of the knowledge and the skill and all of those things behind the financial engines that would help us to get to where it is that we want to be. And I didn't mean to cut you off, but I want to
No,
make
no, no,
sure that we give everybody, an opportunity to kind of you connect with you ladies in the lounge where you can share even more stuff, right? So
absolutely.
let me ask you this really quick. Shantae, is there something, and then I'm going to ask Raquel the same question. Is there something in your business that is a definite non-negotiable? Like,
Mm.
I'm not negotiating that. Whether it's who you serve, how you serve, the products you provide, what is your non-negotiable in your business?
My non-negotiable would be the client. If I have a feeling, for the lack of better words, and for time, if I have something where we're not meshing, it's non-negotiable because we know all money is not good money.
Mhm.
Say that part. Let's bold underscore and italicize.
Come
All money
on.
is not good money.
Come
Thank you.
Not.
on.
And we don't need to say that harshly, but we know that we are not meant to serve everyone. And everyone is not meant to serve you. That's why it's really important for you to understand who your clientele is, who your target market is. And as I said before, that, the people you want to serve will find you. And the people that desire to find you, you're going to go out and they're going to be waiting for you to be the one to help solve their problem. So, Raquel, I'm going
Mhm.
to ask you that same question. Is there something that's simply in your business a non-negotiable?
Yep, my boundaries and my pricing. Um, a lot of people, and when I started in this industry, I was very shaky with pricing. I was very shaky with my boundaries. I didn't have any. So if you called me at 2 a.m., if you called me at 3 a.m., no matter what, I was accessible, right? And I had to start looking at how much money did I invest to learn what I know? How much time did I invest to learn what I know? And am I being clear that I'm a multifaceted person? So I need to dedicate time, not just to my family, not just to learning how to take my business to the next step, but actually taking time for self care and self maintenance requires me to have a boundary. So
Absolutely.
my calendar is a
Yeah.
non-negotiable. Calendar comes with the price. They go together.
Yeah. And it's okay. One of the things that I just want to piggyback off of for both of you ladies, when we say that these things are non-negotiable, understand this. When you have invested your time, your energy, and your money to get to a specific level of leadership, it is oftentimes, I'm just going to put this quite frankly, it is oftentimes rude to say to someone at that level, can I pick your brain? Be courteous and kind enough and willing enough to invest in yourself to say, that's the person that's going to get me from where it is that I am to where I want to be. And here is where I'm going to implant my investment. When you think of it as an investment, you are already positioning yourself for a return, an ROI.
Mhm.
So I love that these are non-negotiables. Your boundaries, the clients that you serve, it makes us better as leaders. It makes us better as producers. It makes us better as business owners. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with saying I have specifics that are designed for my business. I qualify, to have this fee because I paid the price to educate myself to, get the skill set for that, right? So I love that. I'm going to ask one last question before we go on to the next panel. How do you each stay motivated as leaders? Raquel, we'll start with you.
My motivation it's so funny because before I used to say it was my children. And I realized that my children were not enough to keep me consistent. They were enough to keep me going until I realized that it was my purpose. My purpose is I can't not show up because who I'm supposed to reach is not going to reach their goal. So it's like, yes, it's God, yes, it's my kids, but ultimately, I know I'm here to give the source, the knowledge, the encouragement, the motivation for someone to hit their goal. And that means that I have to show up because sometimes they need that coach to get them to that next step.
Thank you. Absolutely. And let's toss it over to Shantae. Closing thought. How do you stay motivated as someone who is teaching others how to really be confident? How do you stay motivated?
As she stated, it is my purpose, and it's like it never goes away from me. Everywhere I go, I'm receiving some type of somebody asking for help or asking suggestions, and I'm always jumping right on in. It's not excessive as a business thing, but just in different conversations and things like that, I can say, well, maybe you should try this or maybe you should do this. But wherever I go, I was like, I'm gravitated. It's like gravity comes, and the people need my help. So I'm here to help them. I'm here to help them.
That's when you know you are on purpose. That's
Yep.
when you know that you are walking in your power because you're motivated to just continue to do what it is that you would do. And oftentimes we will do those things without a fee, but we got to understand that, listen, I didn't come this far to only go this far and to give everything away for free. But I do have
Mhm.
some things that you can leverage from me at no cost, but understand that those things too have a limit. Thank you, ladies, so much. Let me just go ahead and plug each of your chapters really quickly. Raquel's chapter, you can find her in the book. Her chapter, let me tell you guys, when you, I'm telling you right now, purchase a book to highlight, put your notes in, and then purchase one that you can have that's a clean copy. Maybe you give it to a friend. Her chapter, Raquel May, find you, find your purpose, then find your tribe. Okay? Find you, find your purpose, then find your tribe. And then Shantae Williams. Listen, when I tell y'all these women are just dynamically intertwined. Shantae's chapter, reclaim your purpose. How many of us have allowed other people to say who we are, what we need to do, how we need to do it? Reclaim your purpose. God gave you a specific purpose for you to live out so that you can impact people through your gifts, your talents, your skills, and your knowledge. Ladies, thank you both for being a part of this amazing project. Make sure you connect with them inside of the lounge. Each of them are going to be over in the networking session here pretty soon. We want to just keep it moving because I can tell you that I have had so much fun. I can't wait to get in the lounge and just really, chat it up with everyone that's online, everyone that's inside of the conference. If you are still over on social media and you haven't made your way over to the conference just yet, we want to invite you to do that now because we are getting ready to wrap up with our last panel of the day, and then we're going over to the networking session. And we want to make sure that we connect with you. We can give you some bonuses. You can ask us some questions, and we can just have a good time. Okay. So, let me just check in with our producer, our maestro, the one behind the panel. All right, panel 6 looks like they are ready to go. So we're going to pull up these next ladies in this final panel. I can tell you, each of them brings so much wisdom, strength, and knowledge to the table. And again, none of us all knew one another when we first started this project. And the thing that makes this really a magical thing is because you realize we have more in common than we are different. And I want to bring to the front of the stage right now Mrs. Angela Frederick Colley, CPA, India Crawford, my BFF over 30 years, current PhD candidate, Miss Cherise Cannon, all things extraordinaire. These amazing women are going to go up in voting this evening. Hey, ladies, thank you so much for closing out this amazing conference. We definitely appreciate everything that you've contributed to the book, everything that you've been contributing to the chat, everything that you poured into each one of those people that are viewing. We're excited to have you. So I want to make sure that we can see you all really good. I think we got India in there. We got Sharice. I think Angela, you're going to have to come on back in, my friend. But we're going to get started. So first things first, let me toss this out. Sharice, girl, I know that you and I just connected through this amazing project. Tell me, what is one or two of your aha moments as we navigated through this project together? Sharice, are you there? Are you there? Are you there?
Go ahead and speak, Sharice.
All right, so
Hold
we're
on.
gonna
Let
wait
me
for
hold on.
Sharice.
Okay. Okay, she might not be able to hear us. Okay, so let's go to India then.
Can you hear me?
Okay,
Yes.
let's go to India. Can you hear us, India?
I can hear you.
Okay, awesome, BFF. All right,
Um,
so let's tell the people,
I'm sorry.
Indy is a first time author. I could not have done this project without inviting my best friend over 30 years, my accountability partner, because we've shared so many experiences together. And definitely, she is a girl who's bossed up and led, standing in her power, walking in her purpose. And I want India, if you can just share one or two things. What was your aha moment in writing your chapter?
Not writing the chapter, but my aha moment was the covers and seeing my name and your name, and I'm like, I did this. Like, it's done. People will get to read and see how I got to where I am now, and have contact information. That was really my aha moment.
You know, what I love about this journey, as we have the last panel that is closing out, India said, seeing her name on the cover. Sometimes, we forget that it's okay for us to celebrate ourselves. We work very hard to do the things that we do. We work very hard to serve the people that we serve. And oftentimes we're the only ones, that knows about it, right? Except for the people that were impacted. And we forget to say, you did it. We forget to say congratulations to ourselves. I believe in adult graduations, and I don't mean traditional schooling. We need to continue to graduate to celebrate ourselves, right? So, India, I think we have Sharice back now. Correct me if I'm wrong. If Sharice is back, I would love for her to share her aha moment in her chapter or this book opportunity.
Go ahead, Sharice. You are live. Okay, Dana, we're just gonna go back to you.
Okay. I'm telling you, technology don't want to be nice to us today, but we're gonna play in your world. We're gonna make sure you get what you get in today. Okay. So let me toss it over to Angela. So Angela Frederick, she and I met through a mutual friend and been connected ever since. Like it's just amazing how the universe works. And Angela is doing some amazing things. But I want to know, this is your first time actually being an author. I reached out to you and was like, Angela, you got to do this with me. And what was your aha moment in writing your chapter or just being a part of this project?
Hello, everyone. I was wondering if you all can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you
Perfect.
and we can see you.
Awesome. Okay. Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much, Dana and Taria. And my aha moment was realizing that I can do it. I'm a numbers person. I am a CPA. Don't really write essays or write a whole lot. So it's just getting out of my comfort zone. And I just thank God for Dana because she has a tendency to do that as far as pushing women, letting us know what's inside of us and that there's so much more to our story. So I'm just thankful that I took the challenge because I could have said no, but I really did it um, as a devotion to Dana. And I wanted to maintain that excellence throughout the project. So it's just once again realizing that I can, and thank God I did. So that was the aha moment.
Yeah, I'm grateful that you did. I can tell you this. Angela actually was a sponsor in my previous project, and I was like, no, she needs her own chapter. She needs a place to share, more about her journey. Because let's just face it, how many women do you know are leading in the industry of financial services as a CPA, right? I mean, not very many. I myself am 6 credits from a CPA exam, and I told Angela, I'm just not sitting, sis, right? But she did it, and she's showing others, how to really be amazing in that. Sharice, are you able to speak now? I want to make sure that we're pulling you into the panel. If you are able to speak, we want you to chime in. What was your aha moment? All right, I think we might still be having a challenge over there, but that's okay. We challenge our challenges over here. So India, right now, I know that you're in the middle of your PhD program, and I know what it is that you do. But I have to tell you, best friend, having you share the whole backstory of why you do what you do was tremendously eye opening for me. So I want you to just 1 or 2 sentences tell people why it's important. First, you can share, the field that you're in, and tell them, why it's important why it's important, I'm sorry, for you to continue to impact people the way that you do.
So I am a licensed clinical social worker. So I'm a therapist, basically. I chose to go the route of mental health. Um, I chose mental health because and social work. Just growing up in an urban area, and the book will go more into depth, but just growing up in an urban area challenged me to say what's happening, what's going on. And then I decided to go for my doctorate because it's a social justice program. And I want to make sure I'm giving my community, the best. I want to make sure that it's fair, it's equitable, and that the services are really beneficial to the people that's receiving it, and they're not just a number, or they're not just um, a check coming into the company. So that's why I decided to do what I do, and why I also decided to go into private practice.
I love it. Well, I know that, you've always had a heart for people. You are the softness when I am hard, and that's how we balance
For sure.
that's how we balance each other out over this lifetime. So I do want to toss it over to Angela really quickly. Um, for you going into the financial services industry, when did you decide? When did you know that CPA was going to be the route for you?
I knew as a sophomore. So my brother, he went to college because he wanted to be a CPA. However, he chose golf. So he was the one that put the accounting in my spirit. And I can just share this really quick story. In the 12th grade, I wrote down on a piece of paper, 18 years old, that I wanted to work for Price Waterhouse or Coopers and Lybrand. At the time, these were the two largest accounting firms in the world. And being African American, a woman, your chances of getting in was, rare to none. However, once again, 18 years old, I wrote that down, and I can say that thanks to the Lord, thanks, to myself being focused and just consistent, I was able to land a job at PricewaterhouseCoopers in 2000. And once again, just being focused and just writing down your goals, as so many women have stated. So I can say that it was early. I've always liked numbers and money and, helping people. So I'm able to do both, being a CPA.
Yeah, I love that. And the reason why I asked that, because I know again, how entwined our stories are. Here you have India on one side of an industry, focusing on mental health for our community, and you on the financial wellness, for our community, and both of you in leadership positions in what it is that you do. And I love that, speaking those things as though they are. You said you wrote it down when you were 18. We often forget the power of writing down what it is we want, how it is we're going to get there, see the vision and make it plain, right? Write the vision and make it plain. We have to make sure that we continue to do that. So, ladies, I don't want to keep you because we're getting ready to head over to networking, but I do want you to leave maybe just one quick tip from your area of expertise, from the mental health standpoint, that we should be, making sure that we are pouring into ourselves every single day. For you, India, and Angela, from your side, what is it that we need to make sure that we are consistent in doing in our business? Really quick, because I know as a CPA, there's a lot of stuff we need to do. But maybe one quick tip that we need to make sure that we're doing in our businesses so that we can continue to grow and thrive. India, I'll throw it over to you first. What's that mental tip?
It's okay to not be okay and say you're not okay. It's okay. We have to learn to normalize that so that we can get what we need. We can refill or fill up our cups in order to keep going.
Absolutely. Fill up our cups in order to keep going. Angela, over to you. Tell us, what is that one financial, I know there are many, but what is that one financial tip as entrepreneurs that you would say, listen, if you can do this, it will help your CPA, your tax professional do this?
Yes, and that one thing would be keeping and growing the money that you're earning in your business. You know how to offer the service, you know how to make the product, but make sure that you're keeping the money and growing it. And that's only done by having a system implemented in your business.
Systems are so underrated, but once you have a system in place, you can keep going and keep growing. Let me just go ahead and shout out each of these ladies' chapters, because you are definitely going to want to pull up a chair and read them. So, India's chapter, let's get over here. India's chapter is Living on Purpose. Living on Purpose. Make sure that you all are picking up your copy of the book. And Angela's chapter is Metamorphosis. Tell me that it's not time for us to continue to grow into the persons that we're supposed to be, right? I mean, if there's ever a season, now is it. I have to thank each and every one of our panelists. Can we give them all a huge, big round of applause? Throw some fire signs in the chat. Yes, these ladies brought the A game for you all today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you 10 gazillion times over to each and every one of you from every continent that you showed up on. To our viewers, make sure that you tap in with these ladies so that you can get your signed copy of Girl Boss Up and Lead right now. Also, head on over to Bonus Girl Boss Up and Lead books so that you can get your bonus items. We're going to continue to add more bonuses to that list so that you can have that. And right now, what we're going to do is close this session out, because today has just really been full and magnificent, and my cup is overflowing. I first have to give it back to Taria Vision Avant, because she has definitely played a huge role in this project. She's played a huge role in today. She's left an impact on my life. And I can't wait, to continue to do more projects. I'm already thinking about what the next thing is going to be. That's how excited that I am. So I want to definitely give a huge shout out to Taria. Make sure y'all throw up some fire signs in the chat, some hearts. Without her, I can tell you that we would not have had this amazing conference, this amazing platform the way that we have it. Okay. So thank you, Taria, for that. Let me just leave you all with a few parting words, because, it's important that we understand as women, in the term girl boss, as frequently as it's used now, it does not diminish who we are as just being a boss. The title of the book is Girl, Boss Up and Lead. Leverage, elevate, accelerate, and dominate. And what that means is no matter what it is that you've been through, that's a tool for you to use. You can elevate from wherever it is you are. If you're at the bottom, the only place to go is up. You can accelerate how you get there, because you're going to be able to collaborate with some others, lean on them, let them show you the way, take the shortcut through other people's experiences, and then dominate in what it is that you do so that you can make a huge impact in the world, standing in your power, walking in your purpose, being intentional, unapologetically. You are meant to grow. Anything that's not growing is dead. And you, my friend, are growth all day long. It's your girl, Dana Marie. Thank you so very much for being here with me on today. Love, blessings, happiness to each and every one of you. Make sure you go out and get your copy of Girl Boss Up and Lead. Meet us over inside of the conference. We're getting ready to have some networking, have some fun. I can't wait to get these giveaways out to the folks that won their giveaways. We have some people over in the conference that are in the leadership board right now, and they're going to be taking some things away too. We can't wait to connect with you on the next project. Stay aware, stay connected, and make sure you connect with each one of these leaders, because they have something to pour into you, and I'm sure you have something you can pour into them too. Later for now. Love you all.